Hey guys, thanks for watching Beyond Science. It's Mikexingchen. Before we start today, I just want to give a shout out to this brand new YouTube channel that just launched. It's a great looking channel all about the scientific knowledge. And I think the first video on that channel is about green tea and how we all should be drinking it because it could make us all smarter. And I don't know about you guys, but I need all the help I can get. Anyway, great channel. Definitely check them out. The link is in my description box below. And now let's go to hell. Though its name may differ from one set of teachings to another, almost every religion that we know of believe that there is a special and horrific place for the souls of those who have been banished for purposes of either penance or perpetual punishment. From the toxic tunnels in Turkey to the tricky Mayan city of Xibalba and all the way to the Greco-Roman temples dedicated to Hades, cultures around the world have stories of fire and brimstone that speak of doorways, caves, and rivers on earth leading to hell or the underworld. These purported entrances to the netherworld are scattered across the globe, and while many of them have already fallen to ruin, they are still sites of mystery and danger that continue to grab the attention of even the best of us. And so in this video, we're going to talk about 7 actual places on Earth people believed were entrances to hell. Number 1, Cape Matapan Caves. Cape Matapan was one of the several entrances that the ancient Greeks once ascribed to Hades, the kingdom of the shades. When Orpheus headed down to Hades in order to rescue Eurydice, it was believed that he had done so through a cave on Cape Matapan. Hercules too allegedly used these caverns when he ventured into the underworld as well. The Cape Matapan caves are located on the southernmost tip of the Greek mainland. Also known as Cape Teneron, it is situated on the end of the peninsula currently known as the Mani. In modern times, the caves at Cape Matapan can still be entered by visitors. However, they must ride a boat if they want to pass through this particular hellgate and maybe even give a coin or two. Number 2, Hekla. This active volcano located in the southern mountains of Iceland has developed its reputation as a gateway to hell sometime in the 12th century after its historic 1104 eruption. The monk Benedict's 1120 poem about the voyages of Saint Brendan referred to Hekla as the eternal prison of Judas. In 1341, the medieval Icelandic manuscript Flateybook Inno described large birds that were seen flying inside the volcano's fiery crater, and these creatures were believed to be the swarming souls of the damned. There have been more than 20 serious volcanic eruptions of Hekla recorded since 874 AD. Since its activity has remained somewhat peaceful in recent years, most superstitions surrounding Hekla disappeared by the 19th century. However, even in recent times, Hekla has kept its diabolical status as local folklore claims it to be a place where witches meet with the devil. Number 3, Lacus Curtius. At present, this pit in the Roman Forum doesn't look like much, but according to a legend told by the Roman historian Livy, Lacus Curtius was once a wide chasm that appeared in the middle of Rome, and nothing could fill it. According to Livy's story, an oracle once prophesied that the chasm would not close and that the Roman Republic would fall unless the city sacrificed that which had made it strong. And to a man named Marcus Curtius, the strength of Rome lied in his weapons and the bravery of its citizens. And so, fully armored and armed, he rode his horse and entered the chasm and supposedly went straight into the underworld. Because of his bravery, the chasm closed and the city was saved. Number 4, the Acton Tunichi McNau Caves located in Belize. This place was once known to be the entrance to the Mayan underworld known as Xibalba. The name Acton Tunichi McNau translates to Cave of the Crystal Sepulchre, and extensive research has linked the site to ancient Mayan legends that speak of rivers of blood and scorpions and a vast subterranean labyrinth ruled over by the demonic death gods of Xibalba. The caves of Acton Tunichi McNau have become a popular destination for explorers since it was rediscovered back in 1989. One of the more notable discoveries in the cave is the skeleton of an 18-year-old girl who is believed to have been ritualistically sacrificed and murdered for the death gods of Xibalba. In more than 1,000 years since her death, her bones calcified, creating a shimmering crystal effect which earned her skeleton the nickname the Crystal Maiden. Number 5, Plutonian. For thousands of years, the ancient Greek site known as Plutonian, or Pluto's Gate, was dismissed as nothing more than a work of fiction. That is, until the site was rediscovered in 1965 in the ancient city of Hierapolis, which is near modern-day Turkey. Long believed to have been a gateway to hell, an archaeological dig revealed the remains of an ancient temple, believed to be the sacred temple of Pluto, which is situated on its thermal spring. One of the distinctive and creepy features of Pluto's Gate are the toxic fumes which travels from the tunnels beneath. In ancient times, these fumes were often inhaled by the priests of Pluto, which inevitably sent them into hallucinogenic trance states. Even now, the poisonous vapors of the area take the lives of birds that fly too close to the ruins. Number 6. Fengdu City. The 2,000-year-old city of ghosts is located in the Chongqing municipality of China, and it has long been believed to be a pit stop of the dead on their way to the afterlife. Founded during the Han Dynasty, which ruled China between 206 BC and 220 AD, the city of ghosts bases its heritage on the story of two renegade officials who escaped the wrath of the emperor. Their names, Yin and Wang, were later used to create the title for one of the rulers of hell, Yin Wang. Fengdu is famous for its traditional architecture and elaborate craftsmanship. Its streets and squares are filled with statues of ghosts and demons, but its most striking landmark is arguably the Ghost King, a giant carved face looking down on the city from a rock face. Measuring about 452 feet tall and 712 feet across, it is considered as the largest rock sculpture in the world. And finally, number 7, Chinoike Jigoku. Unlike some of the entrances we have mentioned on this list, the Chinoike Jigoku is easily accessible by bus, and it's designated as, ironically, a place of scenic beauty. Japan's Beppu City is a home to a series of 9 hot springs, and each one flows in a different color and composition. At the heart of these healthy spa pools lies the dark legend involving the pool known as Chinoike Jigoku, or the Bloody Hell Pond. This particular pond gets its name from its rich hellish red color, which comes from the natural iron oxide deposits located on the pond bed. The Bloody Hell Pond is presided over by a collection of sculpted demons, some of which were carved into the rocks themselves. The Chinoike Jigoku has been likened by Buddhists to the bubbling pits of hell, and in olden times, the Bloody Pond, which is very hot at around 78 degrees Celsius, had been used to torture prisoners before they were boiled alive. So, are there really gateways to hell in different parts of the planet? I think for most of those who believe in the actual hell, the afterlife can only be reached spiritually. However, it cannot be denied that there are those who believe that there are places on Earth that serve as portals, maybe, to the underworld. And even if that's not exactly true, these ancient sites still stand as the common link that ties various human cultures and belief systems in different parts of the world together. With that said, I personally do believe that there are portals to maybe other dimensions, and maybe one of those dimensions is a place where you go and get tortured after you die. But let me know what you guys think. Do you believe any of these sites are actual entrances to hell? Also, let me know if you believe that there are actual portal entrances to other dimensions in certain places on this planet. And that's what my next video is going to be about, portals to other dimensions. So stay tuned for that. And again, guys, just a reminder to subscribe to The Friendly Brain, a new really cool science channel. And you can find the first video right here, or right here, one of these two places. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later.